Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I do apologize for the horrible lighting right now. This is best I can do right now. I am recording this at like 9 o'clock at night. So as the title suggests, this is my bizarre life, and pretty much this is just like an introduction to a certain number of videos I'm going to be trying to release over the next couple of weeks. So starting now, I'll just go ahead up front, say I am a very weird person. I always had a very weird personality. I've always been the kind of loner, outcast. I've always been the awkward one. I've always been the nerd, the dork, the geek, all that kind of stuff. And I always had a hard time connecting with other individuals. I always had social anxiety. I always was very self-conscious about how is this person going to think of me, etc. So that's what I want this channel to be. I want it to be a place where other people can come to it and that they know they can see that someone else has dealt with the same exact thing. Someone else has been there before. Because now I'm completely different from how I used to be. If you knew me a year ago and you haven't been in contact with me, I don't know, for like the last couple months or the last year, you don't know me. I'm not even the same person at all that I used to be. That's a very good thing. That's a very good thing. Um, because growing up, I was always told or I was taught that the kind of person I wasn't enough. Who I was, just, I needed to change it. That's pretty much what I was taught when I was a child. And I carry that around with me growing up as a teenager. I carry that with me as an adult. I just always had this idea in my head that I needed to change the kind of person I was. I needed to change who I am to get people to pretty much like me. And I know that sounds ridiculous. I know that sounds like something that would only happen, when you're a teenager. But the thing is, when you've heard that so many times as a child, when you were bullied growing up, when you were pretty much just made to feel like you were never enough, you try to find whatever way you can to hang on to people and to keep people in your life. And so that's what I did. I pretty much became who I thought they wanted me to be so they would keep me in their life. Because if they just ended up deciding that they don't want me in their life anymore, I know this has happened multiple times. I've had some individuals who just dropped me for no reason. And and it's not like we just grew apart. It's not like something like that. It's like they just up and decided one day they didn't want me in their life. Like that was it. And that would crush me. That would destroy me. And it took me so long. It took me so long in my life to see my own self-worth. Because for so many years, my worth would depend on how others saw me. If someone didn't think that I was, good at something, if they didn't think I was, let's say, for example, pretty, or if they didn't think that, I'm drawing a blank, regardless, I would pretty much only think of myself as good enough if someone else thought I was good enough. And that lasted for probably 24 years. Up until this last year, I was finally able to break out of that. And even now it's still hard. Even now, I just had this happen again recently to me. It actually wasn't even recent. It's been going on for probably like the last couple of months. Where someone, you know that that time where you start trying to talk to someone and little by little they don't respond to you, and so you kind of continue trying, but at the back of your mind you're like, okay, I don't think they want to talk to me. Well, that's what's been going on with this person for no reason. And even now I'm just like, oh my god, what did I do? Like, what's wrong with me? Why is this person doing this? Even now, like, as much as I try and fight it, it bothers me, and it makes me feel like there's something wrong with me, but I know there's not. So because of how I grew up, like, I let people disrespect me. I let people devalue me. I let people make me think that I was worthless. I just let people make me think so much horrible stuff about me. And I would change how I was. I would water down my personality to try to just keep that person in my life because I didn't want to be alone. So I know this video is long, and I'm sorry, but if you continued on to this point, thank you. But what I really just want to say is that I hope that if someone else is actually sitting through this and watching this, if they felt the same way or they feel the same way, that they know that there's someone else who's gone through that, and there's someone else who's been able to get past it and overcome it. That's what I want this channel to be. I want to be able to help someone if they're going through the same stuff that I did, because I really didn't have anyone to help me. So that's what I want. So I'm going to end this now before I continue to go on and on. But I just want to say I hope everyone has a good night, and I hope you tune in next week.